just leaving the ER now. It's almost 11 p.m. Been here since noonish with my mom. They admitted her. I don't think it's anything super serious, but today did not go to plan, but I learned a few things. So first lesson learned is I have to make as many components of my business mobile as possible. That way, no matter what life throws at me, I can use my phone to conduct business. So the first things that come to mind are ensuring that I know how to use my emailing system, that I know how to manage my website and billing, have invoicing down. I have a membership site, which I'm not really using a lot yet, and I don't know if that has mobile capability, but it's definitely something I'm gonna look into, or at least make sure that I have all that stuff, the login set up on my phone. And it dawns on me that if I'm sitting around bored off my nut, maybe having access to helpful trainings would also be like a really big benefit. So in the infinite amount of time that I spent sitting around kind of communicating with customers and doing that sort of stuff, I also realized that as I prepare for various events, it's nice to have items at multiple price points. Right now I kind of have just one product at one set price with small discounts for buying in volume. And I think for craft fairs, among other things, and again, that's not my only outlet, but it's kind of coming up quite a bit, I need to have some even cheaper, easy, like impulse buy types of products that are low cost to produce, and then also therefore fairly low cost to, but high value to customers. So I spent a little bit of time playing with that and doing some kind of design concepts because I have Canva on my phone. Oh my gosh, I don't know about you guys, but Canva is my lifeblood. I pay for it and it is worth every penny. Like if Canva were to go away, I would be in such big trouble. So I have to admit, I had forgotten one of my whys for becoming my own boss, and that is to have the flexibility and availability to be there for my mom when medical stuff comes up. I mean, she's over 80 years old, she's a cancer survivor, and she's had a number of other medical issues. All said, she's doing amazing, and she's, in her words, a tough old broad. However, if I had stayed working for the federal government, I would have to be back in the office full time and less likely to be there when mom needs me. And also because she has dementia and Alzheimer's, she gets a little bit more disoriented. So it's really nice to actually just be there for her. And I think it gives everybody peace of mind. I didn't like the idea of leaving her every day for 5 days of the week. So that, in fact, was another major driver. I mean, it wasn't like the sole driver, but I had been granted a lot of leeway for telework and flexible work in order to accommodate her. I mean, not that her needs were heavy, but she does just in general need an adult present, and my presence in the home was enough. So now being my own boss really kind of guarantees that, or the continuance of that. So that's another one of my big whys. That's a big why. Yeah. So tomorrow morning, I've got a coaching call first thing, and then I plan to see if I can knock out a couple of tasks, and then I'll be back at the hospital, probably to meet with doctors and figure out what the next steps are. I mean, who knows? They might be like, all right, she's fine and she's released, come get her. That happens every once in a while. But there's still a few pending things, which I just need to kind of hear back from them on and see what the plan is. But I tell you, I planned to paint today, and wow, that didn't happen, and it's not going to happen. So pretty soon, I gotta get some stuff done. It's all good. It's all good. Life is good, you guys. And life is incredibly short. In fact, a young man came into the ER today in distress. I only caught a glance, but unfortunately, he didn't make it. They wheeled him out fully covered, and I was like, oh my God. I prayed for him so hard. But life is short, and you never know when it's your time. Yeah. So it's kind of important to remember and keep in mind that we're all given a certain amount of time on this earth. We don't know what it is. And work isn't everything. I know these videos are all about work and all about making it happen. But in the end, all of that is really to make the rest of life possible and pleasurable. So every so often it's good to pause and be like, okay, are we doing that? Or are we making life miserable? Where are we with all that? I think those are my closing thoughts. I'm going to drive home now and maybe get some real food and then go to bed.